So continuing with that thread of baby steps, taking small steps, eating bite-sized pieces. Okay, sorry, my video went out. So with that, as for today, what I'm saying is I was in a lot of pain, so I was really moving slow, and I was spending time on my recliner and elevating my feet so that my back didn't hurt, and then I was spending time on my back, laying flat so that my back wouldn't hurt, you know, and it was just one of those days. And then all of a sudden it's like, what can I do that's productive? And I started to listen to some audios and do some journaling, and when I started to get out of my pain and get into, well, what's possible, right? And then, you know, I made a list of like, well, what would I do if I wanted to do some more vision work? Like, what's going to make me feel better in order to do that? And in order to do that, what I needed for me was for my environment to be a little more tidy and a little cleaner than it was. Because again, when you're in pain, you have pile-ups. So I had like a pile-up of dishes and a pile-up of papers, and there was stuff scattered around in the living room, etc. So I just did one room at a time and got my apartment in order. So it's like my bathroom and my toilet and my sink is clean. Yay, you know, that's completed. And then, okay, the kitchen is completed. The dishes are put away. The counters are wiped. And again, not about perfection. I didn't do the floors. The floors are still dirty. I couldn't bend down today. So again, that's where I'm saying, like, I'm making a discernment. Like, for today, can't do the floors. Another day when my back feels better. But for today, I could do the counters, right? And then tidying up the living room and folding blankets and putting things in order and moving a few things around so that it looked better, right? Even though I'm in process with certain projects and items, right? And then carrying stuff out that didn't belong in those rooms and putting them in my project room, and like just one load at a time, one box at a time, one small container at a time, taking those baby steps, right? And then after all that was done, I was like, I just want to lay down. And for me, I really love the sound of the ocean. And so one of the things that I did was I turned on YouTube, put up the video of like the sound of the ocean and played it really loud so I could hear it all in my apartment. And again, that's very soothing for me. The sound of the ocean, it calms me down. And you know, when I laid down to rest my back again, it was like, I was so comfortable. And again, the feeling of, yeah, I wiped down a couple countertops. I wiped down some dust that was on my end tables in my bedroom. Like, I just did a quick tidy and clean, right? But then when I laid down, it was like, oh, like I can really lay down. Like, I know that when I have to get up and do things tomorrow, I'm going to be more productive, right? And so that's just my take on this whole baby step thing. And that, you know, sometimes we just want it all at once. I mean, let's be real. We always want it all at once. We want it all done and we want it completed today. And, you know, the idea that some projects take longer than a couple weeks, they take months, sometimes they take years. And the frustration that we just want it done. And, you know, as for growing a business, I mean, I can tell you, I've been working on, you know, things for many years, and you want them to just like populate and do what you just want to put up that one thing on your website and see everybody like click on that button. But sometimes it doesn't happen like that. It's a longer cycle before you reach your destination or your success or your healing. So my friends, I hope you have a good evening. I hope that you find a way to apply this baby step. Eat things in small bites so that you can, you know, glide through and at least get some little thing done, instead of saying you can't do anything, like doing one small step. All right, my friends, have a good night.